look at it, isn't
Wait, so is the Thunderbirds are Golden Eagles, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of their side things.
Don't they have that heritage flight as well?
Yeah, the US heritage flight.
Oh, and that
Hydra.
yeah.
The F1 league.
I'll be 2 seconds.
They've got loads. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I don't know how they fit the time.
Yeah.
Oh, and that solo B1 answer.
Oh, they're doing that one as well?
Yeah, they've got that one as well. Bill's also in GTO the Reds. I generally don't know where they get this time from.
No.
That's nice.
90 left, could have been a bit more 90.
Don't know, I think it was either he went the right way and the other one went the wrong way, or he went the right way and the other went the wrong way.
That could be there displayed on, so we need to be ready. I think Patrick's back in a second, isn't he? There's Patrick's back in there.
Let's make sure charges, controllers charged.
The line mid charge.
We did a fly past them, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's right.
That'll be right. They should have some like American jets on here, like more like maybe an F-16, like a proper legit F-16.
Well, there is all this thing. Yeah.
And put like a smoke on it. That'd be alright.
Like an F-16, like different variants, like the lasers custom or something.
Well, no, because the laser's like an F-16/18 in it, sort of thing.
Sort of,
It's
yeah.
an F-16 with two tails in it. I mean, there's nothing F-18 about it apart from the two tails.
Yeah.
Right, should we just follow these in the taxi out? So the parts, we just follow it.
Patrick's not back, is he?
I'm here.
He is.
Alright.
That's the
You say me, you cheeky bastard.
Should pay attention.
What you can't see,
That's not Ed, that's the guy doing the stream. Yeah, Steve, fucking dickhead.
It's not bad.
What, us? You thought we were?
No, I thought it was Ed.
You pillar.
No, I'm not having it. Fucking big.
Okay. What's the plan then? They've all parked up.
Yeah, I think
Maybe having a 2-minute silence or something, I don't know.
Right, we're good to go.
2-minute silence.
Ryan, are you here?
Yeah, Mom.
Alright, cool.
Right, we're heading to DFE's party.
Callum, actually. Callum.
I'm in.
Good luck.
Like the old Callum then, you're on the engine for about an hour.
I've been.
Right, they're gonna...
Who do we have here, James or Matt?
We have James.
Alright, when you could have said you were Matt, I wouldn't have known a difference.
Yeah, people do tend to think we sound quite similar.
Yeah, and also I don't spend that much time with either of you, so
No.
it's very hard to tell you apart. Well, so see PDLS. Well, the PDLS commentator is here now, and obviously we do have the PDLS and LS Thunderbirds joint fly past. This is the second joint fly past. The PDLS, not PDLS. So what you call it? LS Thunderbirds are done. So they don't want to really tell you just before it's fair. Now we've got another one as they are stopping out with PDLS. It's fair enough to have both teams up in the air. And this will also be the last fly past of the year in the flight community.
It will.
The one we did have to obviously watch our last fly past of Falcons to the Sky. So we're very sad to see you go as a team, as it is quite a nice original team. And it beats LS Cruise Falcon, that's for sure. I'm going to have to bring that back. We'll see, it is what it is. If you have stuff to get on with, then you have stuff to get on with. Can't really change that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll still be around with the PDLS, so you haven't quite got rid of us properly yet.
I don't want to try and work out French for PDLS. I had to struggle with Italian Eagles earlier. I didn't want to have to.
Did you?
Yes. It was horrible. I mean, the display wasn't horrible. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good display, but
it really is. It's so good.
They are very good, but maybe they should do. You know, like you have the brackets with the words in it, like how to pronounce it in a different form. That would have been nice. Also, I wasn't lucky enough to get that.
Not a commentary VIP then.
Yeah. I mean, we did have Freccia Tricorialis, we did have the Italian commentator. His voice was so beautiful. That's what I talk about. Whenever I talk about, all I talk about is him. His voice is so
literally.
It is such a beautiful voice. I don't understand how one man can have such an amazing voice.
Yeah, their routine's so good.
It is really well done.
Fair play to him. Talking of really good, hopefully we'll get the display of two colours of the PDLS and of the Thunderbirds.
Yes, obviously the Thunderbirds are all white, so PSP and mix of red, blue and white, showing off the colours of France. Isn't Patrouille de France the oldest display team, isn't it? Like in real life?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. I have learnt something in this community.
Someone listens to us.
Yeah. I find it very educational.
We try. You probably learn more from Matt, to be fair. I mean, I know a fair bit. He just knows.
To be fair, you got to remember, as I said earlier, I don't know which voice is which, so
yeah.
either.
We well, I know a fair bit. Matt just knows everything. So yeah. Yeah, if you enjoy something, then, you know, just go and learn about it, you know, learn all of it. Yeah.
That's how I feel about GTA. You know, I love GTA, I learn all of it. Bumped into One Spot Gaming, he invited me to watch a show for GTA the Reds, watch that, and then watch Richard's show, and now I'm here.
You're joining them, aren't you, next year?
I am going to be the Reds next year, yeah. Number 3.
Oh, so you're in the more difficult part of the like formation part of the
yeah. I do feel Jippo and the Synchro I find quite tricky.
Yeah. Obviously you have to keep the formation, so
yeah. In that aspect, yeah, you're right.
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep, so
I mean, the Stingrays,
yeah, that's not too bad. PDLS braking to the left then, and the Thunderbirds braking to the right. And we should be expecting to see the Thunderbirds coming into land, with the PDLS just holding short. Welcome to people on the live at the moment. About to see the show closer of the last display for this year.
Okay, that's the Thunderbirds. Where's PDLS?
They should be over Mount, well, by Mount Chiliad.
Alright. I was going to say that one like PDLS.
No.
Just one last far pass of the year. Easing up into the loop.
So the PDLS just completing another circuit.
And at the end of it was a nice so great.
That was a nice.
That was nice. I like that. Got a lot coming to land. And then the PDLS will start their display. I've been quite looking forward to this. I do like watching PDLS.
Yeah, the routine's just so good. We love it.
It is a good routine. You can see the Thunderbirds coming for landing. Don't know where the other one is.
No.
Oh, he's there.
So crowd centre, you'll be seeing our 6-ship display for tonight, and entering into the loop of the most prominent feature on the French calendar. This is the Bastille Loop. It's a hitting height of about 6,000 feet at the top. Athos 1 is now going to twist that formation to our right hand side. You can see all the jets just slightly out of place. Now what we're going to do is just collectively regroup as a team through clever use of the air brake. So in from the right hand side, this is the Bastille Pass.
Bonjour.
Yeah. You see, I didn't want to forget to get James here because I don't want to try and speak French. So
Yeah.
I made sure he was here.
So as they exit out to the left hand side, they'll be heading into one of the first loops of our display. The jet at the top of this formation now is our leader. Each pilot has been codenamed or call sign of Athos, and then they're obviously assigned the number. So Athos 1 at the very front of the formation leads the team today. He has about 2 years of flight experience in the community and helped set up the team alongside various other team members, alongside ourselves, back in June. So now they've changed the formation once again, so the front 4 jets in a very tight diamond, and then the back 2 jets following closely behind. In from the left hand side then, this is a Le Dart.
Oh, I like this. It looks like a kite. I like it.
Once again, quality commentary from Death.
Yes, it's very...
So heading up into yet another loop. You can see how close each jet is to one another, aiming to be about 6 feet apart at the top of this loop. Again, twisting that formation just slightly. And as they head towards the bottom of that loop, the jet on the right hand side of the leader is Athos 2. Athos 2 for this year is George. Of course, George is the leader of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, or the BBMF as well. He has various flight lead experience and has been on the team pretty much from the start as well. So now the formation has changed in a crowd centre, halfway up on the loop. The smoke will come on in the Falcon loop. So as Athos 1 leads the team up into this loop, a very, very slow turnover, and that just makes sure that the formation is kept as tight as possible. And now he's going to twist that formation to our left hand side. Again, just like the manoeuvre earlier on. entire formation now just squeezes the air brake on the way back down to keep it nice and tight. You can see the nose lights of the jets now in from the left hand side. This is the Falcon Pass. So what we try to do is minimise our input on the jet, and that just helps keep the formations and the turns as smooth as possible. Now as they exit out to the right hand side, the jet on the left of Athos 1 this year is Patrick. He's one of our newer pilots on the team. He joined us about a month to a month and a half ago and has undergone intense training to get up to speed with the rest of the team. So in from the right hand side, the 4th generation multi-role combat aircraft on behalf of the French Air Force, seeing operational duty as recent as Mali in Operation Armaton. They're now going to pull up and roll the entire formation in the Rafale roll. So one of the more difficult manoeuvres to complete as a team. We train about 2 to 3 times a week for about 2 hours each training session, and that just helps us perfect the formation changes and the formations themselves.
It's not that much training, to be fair. There's a lot worse.
Now what we're going to do is reposition to the left hand side. You can just see the back 2 jets tucking in behind the rest of the formation. Now as they head up into yet another loop, those 2 outer jets at the bottom of this formation will give it a boot full of rudder and become the outer jets in a minute. And this is what we call Sapphire. Now as they head to the top of this loop, they're now going to spread the formation as wide as possible, and as they hit the bottom of the loop, they're now going to flick the smoke off and perform the aircraft that is flown by the Patrie in the real world, the Alpha Rolls. Now once they do that, they now squeeze the formation very, very quickly as they head up into their second loop to complete this manoeuvre. At the top, the smoke's about to come on. Give him a big wave.
Hello.
I'm sure they can hear you.
Yeah, always. They've got my string on. Oh crap, they can't hear his commentary. Oh yeah. Go on. But when those shared party audio is on, I can't mind. They did.
So now what we're going to do is reposition at crowd centre. So far you've seen all 6 jets in nice tight formations. Now we're going to change the pace of our display, splitting the team up into 2 segments. And to do this, we're now going to perform a break named after the Airbus company, of course the French manufactured aircraft. This is the Atlas break. So the front 3 jets at Athos 1, 2 and 3 brake to our left. Athos 4, 5 and 6 brake to our right hand side. Athos 4 for this year is Ed. Ed is now in his 2nd stint with the team, and he too of course has a lot of flight experience. So looking left and right, both sides are now in line astern or directly underneath each other as we fly La Linea. Now as they complete that, once they've crossed, they'll head up into their respective loops. So what they're doing now is just conversing between themselves, so making sure that both sides are at the same point of the loop as the other. Nicely done there by the team. So now we should be expecting to see Athos 1 and 2 coming in very, very shortly. To our right hand side. So you can see the nose lights of the two jets there. So this is 3 and 4, and they're now going to mirror each other. One jet the right way up, the other one inverted. This is the rouleau de miroir. A very, very challenging manoeuvre to do there, and that takes a lot of patience and trust between the two pilots in order to do that. So looking at crowd centre now, you'll see the front 4 jets. They're about to break in La Papillon.
Ooh.
Now they're about to approach each other in the middle before performing their own break. La Papillon, of course, French for the butterfly.
Thank you. I don't know French, so this is all a lesson, even if it's about the teams or not. Just I'm learning it.
Now looking left and right. No. Well, I did, but I wasn't.
To pronounce French.
Heading up into opposition roles.
I think I tried before because Matt wasn't. No, James and Matt weren't here, so I had to try and do it myself, and it was really confusing.
Now looking at crowd centre. You can see the front 4 jets just over the rocks. This is 3, 4, 5 and 6. They're about to put the smoke on. Get ready with those cameras. This is the synchro break.
Very nice.
So 2 jets will now split off either side, and they're now just conversing between themselves to make sure they make the timing as perfect as they can to meet a crowd centre dead on. So the synchro today is Athos 5 and 6. Athos 5 is Callum. Athos 6 and our lead synchro is Ryan. Ryan joined us in April. And has helped us with the development of the team. So looking left and right in La Rupture. Now keep your eyes on the 2 jets either side. They're now about to approach each other once again. Of course, the Patrie de France is, of course, as we said earlier, the oldest display team in the world. Being introduced as early as the mid-1930s. So looking left and right again, this is Ouvrier.
I love the red and blue smoke, it really goes well together.
Yeah. Now looking behind, you'll see the jets of Athos 1 and 2 as they now split either side. They're now going to complete their own individual rolls, rolling out at the top of the loop in a half Cuban 8, heading towards each other once again for the second cross. So nicely done by Athos 1 and 2, exiting over our heads. Looking all the way out into the distance, you'll see the 2 jets of our synchro pair, which is Athos 5 and 6. They're now about to split, creating a figure of 8, or what we call la figure de 8. So getting nice and close there. Crossing now for the second time to complete the manoeuvre. What they'll do now is pull up into the vertical. And exit out to Mount Chiliads.
The heavenly climb.
Yeah, looking out left and to the rear. All in line astern now, creating a diamond. This is Derrière la Démon. Now as they exit out to the right hand side. Look out to the left and you'll see 5 and 6 joining up on one another. One jet is going to roll in a very, very slow aileron roll. The other one is going to roll around the outskirts of his smoke. Here they go. A really tough job there for the blue smoke jet, keeping the roll as level as possible, making it just that little bit easier for Athos 5, which is the red smoke. Now they're going to split and prepare for their next manoeuvre. However, whilst they do that, we have some action at crowd centre now as the front 4 jets pull up. Athos 1 is now about to twist his formation to the left, and when he says split, each jet is now going to give it a boot full of rudder and spread the formation on their way down. This is Elysee. Now looking left and right, you'll see the synchro pair coming in once again. One jet is going to be the right way up, the other one is going to be inverted. Once they cross, they're now going to swap positions in the vice versa. Keeping your eyes on those 2 jets, they're now going to approach each other once again. Making sure they time it as well as they can at crowd centre to give you the best view of their manoeuvres. They're now going to approach each other, pull up into the vertical in the Matre Celeste.
Oh no, this is the heavenly climb. Because Celeste is celestial and that like, relates to heaven. See, I learned that off Cowboy. He literally, because I was talking about it on my stream, and I was like, I want to know what the name of the U shape is. And he came in, he DM'd me on Instagram after my stream. It's like, I watched your stream and I heard you talking about it, and yeah, you explained it. I was like, ah.
Now looking to the left, creating a box-like formation. The red and blue smoke jets creating rollbacks of their own in the Magister. Now keep your eyes to the right. 5 and 6 are on their way in. What they're now going to do is complete 3.5 rolls. So there's 1. They're now going to do a second one. And now 1.5 to complete that one. As they pull up, then they're going to roll again in another half Cuban 8s. On their way down, they're looking for an inverted V, which the rest of the team is in. This is one of the highlights, if not the highlight of our display. Looking out 45 degrees to the right, get those cameras ready for the kaleidoscope. So the synchro braking in the distance. Athos 4 and 5 rolling around the outskirts of the formation and the smoke there. They exit out to the left. Now looking 45 degrees to the right, you'll see the 2 jets of the synchro. They're now inverted, pushing forward on the stick, all the blood rushing to their heads in a negative G, in what we call the negative inversé. Now they're going to exit behind us and to the left in preparation for our next manoeuvre. The front 4 jets are now out at crowd centre in the distance. They're now going to come straight towards us. And this is one of our special manoeuvres in the display. We'd like to thank the Golden Eagles for hosting the show today. And this is the last one that we have this year. And to show our appreciation, this is the heart. So Athos 5 and 6 spearing the heart, with half being speared by blue, the other half with red.
Very nice.
Now our final manoeuvre of the display routine itself is now upon us, as all 6 jets now get ready to form up for one last time for 2020. In the Drapeau Francais. So you can just see the nose lights of the jets approaching. Get those cameras ready. Ladies and gents, you've been watching the 2020 GTA Aerobatic Team, the PDLS.
Very good, very good. So yeah guys, that was the PDLS, their last show of 2020. Big thank you to James for coming to commentate. Very beautiful. I'm glad I didn't have to try and attempt it. After Italian Eagles, I wanted no more foreign language commentary. So it's always nice to see PDLS.
Always nice to actually display some well organised shows as well, so yeah. Give us 2 fly paths, so one in from the left, the other one will be braking to land. Well, the one jet has an issue.
Yo.
Yeah, so if you've liked what you've seen, go and check out the PDLS or the Patria de los Santos Instagram, and you'll see some of the newer pilots and more updated list of the team as well. We have been Athos 10, hoping to guide your eyes in the right direction to make sure that you enjoy the display as much as you can. So our brake to land for one final time this year. So Athos 1 is about to brake. There we go, so Athos 1, 2, 3, 4,
Cat.
and 5.
Thank. Come on, he's doing French, come on, keep the French vibes going.
French numbers, you know.
No, I'll do the first ones, but just, yeah.
So yeah, I've been Athos 10, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you James for coming in and commentating, always appreciated. Yeah, that was Patria de los Santos, you go for it on Instagram, very good team. And I can't wait to see them moving on into 2021. As of all the rest of the teams we have seen over the last 2 days, we've had Golden Eagles, CG Hydra, LS Thunderbirds, LS Arrows, GT Reds, who else we had? My memory's dead, a Fretcher Triclory, I thought Fretcher Triclory, and that beautiful manifest. What else is there? What else we had? Yeah, had that one. Solo private jet, we didn't have that today.
Yesterday, really?
Oh, but yeah, both of the Italian Eagles.
So
Have you had
do you
a
wanna do
lesson?
you want to do the thing where we
Last
get
Vulcan.
the trucks leaving?
Oh yeah, the Vulcans will have their final display of the year. I mean, of their entire lifetime, unfortunately.
It's been a good one. It's been a good one.
Yes, yeah. And he's not dying, we still got him for next year for commentary, thankfully.
That thank the Lord so you don't have to speak French.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
that's exactly what it is, yeah. And you see, James and Matt are a lot more qualified, you know, they know what they're talking about. You know, I just sit and waffle, hope for the best.
Just like the speed up this, was it?
Well, now you say it.
Yeah, cargo bob was slowly.
To James.
Yeah, so you see, yeah, no, this guy, yeah, it said low speed pass and high speed pass, yeah, so he done his low speed pass, I was like, oh yes, and it's got high speed pass, it's the low speed pass, must have sped up. You see, that's an accurate description.
It is. I mean, it's creative.
Yeah.
It's also awful, but
It's something. I quite enjoyed hosting it. Obviously, I'll have another one at some point next year. I'll do another one January.
So yeah, Golden Eagles, thank you for having us, both as Vulcan and PDLS. Very well shown as show. Well, very well run show as always.
Yeah, thank you for displaying. But yeah, well done, Bill and Zaf, for a very good show. All the other Golden Eagles that helped out in the range, and it's a very good show. It's alright. It's been an absolute pleasure being here.
So yeah, that's the last one of this year.
Indeed.
Patient in Italy found with new strain of COVID-19 spreading in UK. How lovely.
well, that's next year fact.
Anyways, guys, that'll be the end of today's stream. Thank you, Golden Eagles, for me. Thank you, PDLS and all the staff for your performance and everyone else who has been here. This has been Dylan, your pretty awful commentator for the weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in 2021. There'll probably be some Christmas streams coming up, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching the stream, much appreciated, and we'll see you next year.
Yes. Bye, Jones. See you next year. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
What could be good about a new string?
And it just fly past the back.